I have watched James make hundreds of passes in these cars. And yes, I've seen him get loose. Yes, I've seen him hit a wall. Yes, I've seen him catch on fire. But none of those instances could have ever prepared me for what I saw that night in Phoenix. Oh no! Oh no, 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 no! When I'm watching his races, I'm always behind the camera. And watching from behind the camera is never the same as watching them in person. I saw the car get loose. I saw the small fire. And then I saw the big explosion. And from that moment, everything kind of just became a blur. I remember frozen on the starting line, wondering or thinking, oh my God, is this real? And what do I do? And I froze for a few minutes, and then I just took off running. Somewhere along the way, Bobby Ducote came beside me. Actually, he had to cut me off for me to, and gave me a ride to the end. As I passed the first pile of burning rubble on the track, from what I saw from my vantage point, that's where it ended. But I get to that spot and there's no James, there's no car, there's no fire rescue. So in my mind, I'm just like, where did he go? What has happened? Is he okay? And when we get to the end, James is standing by the wall like nothing ever happened. So I'm in complete disbelief again, thinking, is this even real? How did this happen? I mean, anyway, disbelief. That's the best way to describe this whole situation. I got there, he was against the wall, he was fine. I turn around, I see the car upside down, because once I stopped, I couldn't tell you who was there or how everything went, because we parked, I jumped off the bike and I went immediately to James. I didn't look at or think about anything else. And then when we turned around to go have him checked out in the ambulance, there lay the car, upside down on its lid. So once again, the whole thing just comes and hits me again in disbelief. With your car in this condition, upside down, how are you standing here? How is this even possible? But thankfully, he was fine. Not a scratch, seriously, not a scratch, not a bruise, nothing. And I'm still asking myself, how is this possible? It's possible because Clayton Murphy, Chassis Engineering, built a solid car. And I'm so thankful for that. It's possible because Safecraft has an incredible fire system that thankfully James was able to find the switch and pull it so that there was no more fire than what we already saw. Impact Safety makes great safety equipment, parachutes, his fire suit, his seat belts, all of that, incredible. The fact that he pulls them so tight that he doesn't bounce around in there is a plus. The pour and play seat that we had done in Mooresville this summer, what a blessing that was. It's one of those things and one of those times where you never think you're gonna need this, but let's put it in just in case. And he needed it. and the seat wrapping around him like it did kept him from moving around. The fact that he pulled his belt so tight every time he makes a pass kept him from bouncing around in there. So very, very thankful for all of those things, all of those factors that played a major, major role in keeping him safe during that horrific crash. Because from my vantage point, it was horrific. When I got to him, I was a complete wreck. And he couldn't understand why I was in such a panic, why I was so worked up, why I was so upset. And I just explained to him, you didn't see what I saw. You didn't see it from my vantage point. You didn't see what the rest of us saw. And now when I get to where you are and you're fine, it's unbelievable, and it's a miracle. And I have to say, the next morning, my first question was, are we done? Are we done with this racing thing now? And he said no. So the car's cut apart, and he's had some time to look it over and get a plan to move forward to rebuild, just like he always does. So I'm going to waffle off the body panels this week and go through my list and start gathering up the things that we need to put this car back together and be ready for next year.